Bonjour! Welcome to Mathematics Skills Book 3 Lesson 2 Place Value Tens. Objectives: so at the end of this lesson, you will be able to know what is place value tens, and you will be able to demonstrate place value tens using beaten board and beaten blocks. And lastly, you can answer worksheets independently. Materials: so these are the materials you need for this lesson. You need this workbook, a pencil, the beaten board, and of course, a tablet or a cell phone. And also you need these beaten blocks. So you need a unit, a rod, a flat, and a cube. Worksheet. So take note for this page of your workbook because you are going to answer this page after this lesson. And these are the activities you are going to do after this lesson for your hands-on. You have to make a video of yourself while demonstrating and setting up tens and units using beaten board. Make at least 2 examples, and the video must be a maximum of 2 minutes, and don't forget to have fun. And for your activity 2, you have to answer page 3 of your worksheet set 1. When done, take a picture, then submit to Class Dojo. I know you can do it, so do your best. Now let's begin the lesson. Place value. When we say place value, it means the value in which a digit is in the number. Again, place value means the value in which a digit is in the number. So for this lesson, these are the materials we need. So we need the beaten board. And as you can see in our beaten board, we have here units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. And these words are what we call the place value. And kung inyo pong makita, its place value has its own house. Naibalay ang units, naibalay ang tens, naibalay ang hundreds, and naibalay ang thousands. And this lesson, we also need these beaten blocks. So we already met the unit in which 1 unit is equal to 1. And we are now meeting this rod. This is what rod looks like. And 1 rod is equal to 10. Again, 1 rod is equal to 10. Now let's start the lesson on place value. So we are now on tens place. And remember that 1 rod is equal to 10. Again, 1 rod is equal to 10. Now this time, I will show you how to set up rods on its place value. But for that, we need these materials. We need this beaten board and of course the rods. Okay, now I'm going to set up. I set up 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, just like the unit nga naaibalay diha sa units place, rods also has a house, and ang balay sa rods is in tens place. Now, let's start counting. And remember that when we count or when you count, always start on the units place. And here, since we have here no unit, so we will place 0 sa ubos. Then, continue on the tens place. So we have here 3 rods. Now atong tanaw ng value ani nila. Now the value for units is 0 and the value for rods is 30. Kay ang usa ka rod is equal to 10 man, and we have here 3 rods. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 30. Another example. I set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again, when we count, always start on units. And again, we have no unit here, so utangan lang nato siya 0 and then proceed to tens. And we have here 5 rods. Now, let's know the value ani nila. Okay, now, let's start on the unit. Since it's 0, so the value for 0 is 0. And the value for 5 rods is 50. Again, the value for 5 rods is 50. Okay, just do the skip counting. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Okay, last example. Now to make this activity more fun, now let's put some unit on the units place. And then rods on the tens place. Okay, now we have here Now let's start counting. Let's start on the units place. We have here 5 units, and for tens place we have here 4 rods. Now let's know the value ani nila. Okay, for units, the value for 5 units is 5, and for rods, the value for 4 rods is 40. Okay, now this time I set up, you count and tell me the value. Again, I set up, you count and tell me the value. Ready? Now let's start. Set. Now how many units we have here? If your answer is 7, then you're right. Now how many rods we have here on tens place? If your answer is 7, then you're right. Now, what's the value for 7 units? If your answer is 7, then you're right. Now, how about the value for 7 rods? If your answer is 70, then you're right. Okay, last one. Set. Now, how many units we have here on units place? If your answer is 9, then you're right. How about the rods on tens place? If your answer is 5, then you're right. Now, let's see the value for this. Now, what's the value for 9 units? If your answer is 9, then you're right. Now, how about the 5 rods on tens place? What's the value for 5 rods? If your answer is 50, then you're right. Great job!